This is Bobby Allison. Coming up next, exciting automobile racing from the legendary Highland Rim Raceway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go with the late model stock car division. We've got Kevin Lamastus in car 21, Bobby Terry in the number 5 car, Roy Doris in car 98. Next comes Dan Victory in the number 7 car tonight. Scott Gay in 01, then Tony Lynch in car number 8. Following Tony Lynch in the number 97 car tonight is Gary Moore. Gary Moore, there he comes in the green and white car number 97. Right behind him, car 25, that's Buddy Davis, the 25 car. Behind Buddy Davis, we'll have car number 12 and Bobby Parsley in the number 12 car. Coming on back a little further, Michael Ray Montgomery, car number 13. Car 4 is Chris Anderson. And then there's car number 15 in the number 15 car tonight. Let's see. I had him here somewhere. We'll get him here in just a second. Coming on around also is car 72. That's Roy Dies Jr. Or Roy Dees, I should say, in car number 72. There he is, Roy Dees Jr. in the number 72 car. And
car number 4.
Yeah, that's Chris Anderson.
Oh, okay.
In the number 4 car. Yeah,
good looking group of cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting ready to go 50 laps. 50 lap late model stock car feature here at Highland Rim Speedway.
Stars and Stripes, car number 21 on the pole tonight.
Yep.
And on the outside of row 1, Bobby Terry. He's a points leader at this point in the season.
And we're ready to go. Green flags coming out, and we are racing. Green flag is out, and Bobby Terry is going to get off to an early start in the number 5 car. So Bobby Terry jumps out in front of car number 5. Kevin Lamastus in the 21 car, and Roy Doris in car number 98 are side by side completing a lap.
Bobby Terry stretching out there pretty good on the back straightaway.
All right. It's still early, still both with the leader and both the cars running in second place, still trying to fill each other out, get the feel of the track. Bobby Terry off to a good start. There's Scott Gay in car 01, Buddy Davis in the 25 car, and also car number 97, Gary Moore running back there in a little group. Bobby Terry is the only car that's really been able to make a definite statement at this point, but Bobby shot out to an early lead.
Roy Doris is beginning to now. Is that Roy? 98 running now in second.
Roy Doris in 98 running second. Bobby Terry is your leader. Right behind Roy Doris's car number 7. That's Dan Victory in the number 7 car tonight. Kevin Lamastus car 21 is running 4th in the number 8 car. That is Tony Lynch in the number 8 car.
Tony Lynch has a great group of fans support here. Notice 8 or 10 down there with the shirt on. Good looking group of cars. Bobby Terry now able to stretch it out almost a half straightaway. Or better than half straightaway.
Scott Gay back in the pack trying to get by and looking for a little racing room. He's back there in car 21. There he is. Now he's trying to work his way on up and has. Scott Gay.
Back in the pack now.
He's getting on up into 4th place in the race.
We have some tight racing there back about 5th and 6th position. Car 97, car 8. And you were saying earlier, some of the better racing sometime is back of the pack, or middle of the pack, I should say.
Meanwhile, up front, Bobby Terry with a comfortable lead. There he is coming out of turn 4 and down the front straightaway. Bobby Terry continuing to stretch his lead, and Roy Doris in car 98 off and chasing him. There's Roy Doris in the 98 car from Cottontown, and then on back behind Roy, running in 3rd place right behind Roy is the number 7 car of Dan Victory. There's the rest of the pack running for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. There's the Dan Victory car number 7 in third place at the moment. In fourth place, car 21, Kevin Lemastus from Bowling Green.
And we just completed, looks like 13 laps over 50 laps.
Bobby Terry from Nashville in that number 5 car. He jumped out to an early lead, and he really has been rocking and rolling. There he is in car number 5. Some of the cars on back in the pack are looking for a caution flag. They'd like to see that caution come out to slow Bobby Terry down a little bit and give them a chance to get back up there with him. Meanwhile, Bobby's getting ready to start lapping some cars, and he just lapped Roy Dias Jr. in car 72. So Bobby Terry just lapped him, and now Bobby is moving up, got his sights set on another car here that he's moving up on as we come around, completing another lap.
He's looking mighty strong at this point.
He absolutely is. That's Joey Rogers back there in the 16 car. I think I called that car 15 earlier, but it's 16. There's Bobby Terry. He's about to lap Joey right down. And he just did. Slipped by on the outside. There's a battle between Tony Lynch in car 8 and car number 97. That's Gary Moore in the 97 car. They were side by side, battling for 5th place in the race, 6th place in the race. And Gary Moore has moved up. Now there's Tony Lynch in the car number 8. He's running 7th in the race.
Car number 8 seems to be having some handling problems. He's got his hands full there tonight.
Tony Lynch in the 8 car is from Nashville. There's Bobby Terry, also a Nashvilleian. He's the leader in this 50-lap feature for the late model stock car division. Bobby Terry easing on around, putting a lap on several of the cars in the race. He just lapped car 4, Chris Anderson, a moment ago. Chris is from Whites Creek, and he just slipped past him, put a lap on him. You see Chris running back there behind him. But Bobby Terry.
But there's your real battle. Back 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 0, 1, 7, 21.
Kevin Lemastus in the 21 car. He just roared past. There he is right there. Car 21. That's Kevin Lemastus. He's running 2nd in the race, and he just passed a couple of cars to get back up into 2nd place. I'm sorry, in 3rd place, I should say. Roy Doris is running 2nd in the 98 car. Excuse me.
Lemastus, he started on the pole. Had good qualifying time tonight.
Kevin from Bowling Green, Kentucky in the number 21 car running 3rd. Your leader continues to be Bobby Terry in car number 5. Bobby Terry has simply run off and left the rest of the field. And as a matter of fact, there he is right there. He's got such a big lead that he is actually moving up on the I guess that's the 7th place car right there. There he is, Bobby Terry, car 5, easing by Dan Victory. That's your leader. He's getting ready to lap Dan Victory if he can get by him.
Victory is not wanting to be lapped, that's for sure. He said, no, let's look at this again here. So he's able to get back in front of us.
Bobby Terry manages to slip past him. There he is. He's free again and is continuing to now Dan Victory has been bumped and is going to spin out over there in turn 3. Dan was having some handling problems with that number 7 car, and there you see Joey Rogers, car 16, and Dan Victory in the number 7 car. They got together over in turn 3 and brought out the caution flag, and that is what many of the drivers on the track were hoping for. They didn't want to be the one to bring out the caution flag, but they were hoping for a caution flag to kind of slow things down a little bit, because Bobby Terry was simply running away with everything.
I believe car 12 has a flat tire on the left front. Well, maybe not.
Bobby Parsley's car 12 is coming on around. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if he's able to stay in the race. Meanwhile, Bobby Terry, your leader over on the back straightaway. Roy Doris now will move right up behind him in the 98 car. And Roy running in 2nd place. There's Roy Doris right there from Cottontown. Car 98, one of the very popular drivers. Of course, all the drivers, as Harold pointed out earlier, have their following here at the track. And Roy certainly has a good following, especially down in Cottontown, New Deal, White House, all around in that area, up in Portland as well. Roy Doris, car 98, real popular driver, and he always brings a lot of fans with him when he comes to race at Highland Rim Speedway.
Yeah, he knows his track. He's been racing here long enough. That's a big part of it.
So Bobby Terry still your leader. Roy Doris in car 98 still running second. And we'll be ready to go back to the green here in just a moment. Dan Victory.
26 laps. So
Dan Victory has been in the pits in the number 7 car. He's now back out on the track. They were having some handling problems with that Dan Victory car 7, and he was involved in that spin out over there, bringing out the caution flag a few minutes ago. All right, and they're working on the number 13 car of Michael Ray Montgomery. He's got a flat tire. Michael Ray's from Franklin, and he had a tire problem. He's in the infield, and they're trying to change that tire. That's one of the cars that you have in the shot there, waiting for one of the other races coming up here in a few minutes. But over behind that, there you are. There they are working on the tire. Meanwhile, on the track, the green flag is going to come back out, and Bobby Terry gets the green, and we are racing again.
Terry came out there just like he was shot out of a cannon, as the expression goes.
And there is Roy Doris in second place right behind him. Bobby Terry is simply flying around this quarter-mile high bank paved oval track here at Highland Rim Speedway. There he is, Bobby Terry, having himself quite a night. He is, of course, the points leader in this division.
Just by a mighty few points over Doris at this point.
Right. You've got a real battle going on, and it's very interesting because also involved in the points race is car 97, Gary Moore. And Gary is right now caught back in the pack. He's caught back there behind about 2 or 3 cars, and he has been looking for racing room. There he is, car 97. He'd like very much to get into the open there where maybe he could get up there and battle with both Roy Doris in car 98 and Bobby Terry. But so far, car 97, Gary Moore, caught back in the pack.
On my cheat sheet here, I see that Roy Doris, who's second in points, running second, he has 6 wins in the season.
6 wins at this point in the season.
Yes, at this point.
Car 97, Gary Moore from Lebanon, Tennessee. He's in third place, as we mentioned, behind Roy Doris and Bobby Terry in the points race. But now in the race taking place on the track, there's your leader, Bobby Terry. He's in first place. Here comes Roy Doris, car 98. He's running second. And your third place car, Kevin Lamastus, car 21.
He started on the pole.
There he is.
Moved back to fourth. Good looking car. That's a good looking stars and stripes.
And also 01, Scott Gay. We haven't talked a lot about Scott, but Scott Gay from Greenbrier running well here tonight. He's got another strong car. There he is, Scott Gay in the 01 car. Another experienced driver here at Highland Rim. And he's doing a good job. Another spin out over there out of turn 2. Joey Rogers spinning out in the number 16 car, and also there's car 16, Joey Rogers, on down a little further on the track. I think that's the Tony Lynch car. There it is, Lynch sheet metal car number 8 of Tony Lynch from Nashville. So both those cars spinning out as they went out of turn 2 over on the back straightaway.
Lynch was having some handling problems, it looked like, early on. He was kind of out of the turns. It was wanting to get away from him. I don't know exactly what happened there, but
you can see on that left front bumper there, it looks like he either got the wall or another car, and they're going to pull the hood off the car now, and they'll take a look at that front end. While they do that, and while we see what the situation is going to be, it looks like Joey Rogers will be able to stay in the race in the number 16 car as he's moving again. There you see him passing Lynch. They were both involved in that spin out. Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back to continue with the late model stock car 50-lap feature here at Highland Rim Speedway in just a moment. But right now, let's take this time out. Well, they're working on Tony Lynch's car 8 in the infield. He's had a flat tire on that car, and they're working to try and get that tire changed. He's still in the lead lap in this 50-lap feature, and there he goes. They just dropped the jack, and he's coming back out. So he'll head back out. There he comes, Tony Lynch back on the track as the green flag comes out, and we're racing again. Late model stock cars roaring around the track, going 50 laps here at Highland Rim Speedway. There's your leader, Bobby Terry, car 5. Roy Doris right behind him in car 98.
It's good to see Lynch back out there because he was steaming real bad there right after the accident. I thought he would have an overheating problem, but apparently not. They changed the tire, and he's back out there because he's got some distance to make up. But he's running for points too, so every lap counts.
Absolutely. You're exactly right, Earl. Okay. There's Bobby Terry making a big move in car number 5. He has really been flying here tonight. Roy Doris is still running strong as well. Roy's hanging right in there with it.
Seems to be putting a little more pressure on Terry now.
And Tony Lynch in car 8, able to run with the field. Of course, he's running back in the pack. There's your leader, Bobby Terry, car 5. Roy Doris in car number 98. And back in the pack, Kevin Lamastus, car 21. Lamastus still running third. There's Bobby Terry. There's Lamastus. That's your third place car, the 21 car from Bowling Green. We're coming down on the end of this thing. These late model stock cars, when they get rolling, they can really click these laps off. And we're coming down on the end of this 50-lap feature already.
Looks like about 4 more to go if I'm reading that correctly over there.
Bobby Terry, car 5, is going to be hard to beat, even though Roy Doris is hanging right in there with him. Roy is still running. There he is coming around. You see the distance between the number 1 car and there's the number 2 car, Roy Doris. And then Kevin Lamastus is on back about a half track length further behind Roy Doris.
Doris is hoping that Terry will make a miscue.
Yeah, I'd say the way he's running, it's going to take a mistake on the part of Bobby Terry to keep him from winning this race.
Yeah, he seems to be able to pretty much control his own destiny here.
White flag. White flag is flying. Bobby Terry is on the white flag lap, so that means there will not be any more cautions in this race. And here he comes out of turn 4. Bobby Terry has got it. The win. Roy Doris will finish second, car 98. Here comes Kevin Lamastus to finish third, followed by Scott Gay, 0-1, Gary Moore, car 97, and then the rest of the field. Bobby Parsley, car 12, and the rest of the field. Okay, back to victory lane. Bobby Terry is going to roll into victory lane in the number 5 car. Bobby from Nashville. And there he is, the winner of the 50-lap late model stock car feature here at Highland Rim Speedway.
Late model stock car winner tonight in the 5, Bobby Terry. Well, Bobby, can I talk to you?
Yeah, you talk to me.
All right, how'd it feel?
I tell you, it was great. I tell you, the last couple of weeks we've been in skirmishes with other drivers, but the only way to cure that is to get out front and win.
Well, you did that. You led from 1 through 50.
That's the way to do it. Like I say, we hope we can get here plenty more times this year.
All right, anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank Mobile One Oil for the oil we've been giving us this year. Tommy's Machine Shop for building a great motor. It's held great this year. And most of all, my dad here. He's my crew chief, car owner, and everything. If I couldn't do it without him.
All right, Bobby Terry, your winner tonight in the late model stock car. After a couple of weeks of bad luck, he put it back in victory lane.
Well, great.
Well, an outstanding job by Bobby Terry to take the checkered flag here tonight in the 50-lap late model stock car feature at Highland Rim Speedway. And as Bobby said in his interview, he got out front, stayed out front, and stayed out of trouble. That's exactly right. And I'm sure he was happy with that. What more can you ask? You start in front, stay in front, finish in front.
He's points leader.
That's it.
Stays up there.
So that will wrap up the late model stock car 50-lap feature here at Highland Rim Speedway. We hope you've enjoyed this race, and we hope you're enjoying racing on television from Highland Rim Speedway. If you are, please let us hear from you. As we told you earlier, you can contact us by card or letter, and we'll be happy to hear from you. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with more racing from the rim in just a moment. Taxicab division ready to go here at Highland Rim Speedway. Taxicabs running 15 laps.
Junior Henson.
66. Henson. Junior Henson. Charlie Goddard Jr., car 13. Car number 7, Tony Downing. Outside of the second row. We'll pick up car number 3, I believe it is. We're checking for driver ID on car 3 right now. And we'll get the rest of the field here in just a moment. Third row, Kenny Benito, David Bush, and car number 11 in the third row outside. Car number 69. Car 69. Well, let's pick up the rest of them here as we get going, as they're ready to roll. We're ready to race. We always have some drivers changing around in some of these Taxicab division cars, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. So bear with us on these drivers on the Taxicab division.
And there are a lot of cars in this
Junior
division.
Henson in car 66 and Charlie Goddard in the front row. Junior Henson and Charlie Goddard Jr., they're really battling each other up front, Harold.
Little banging going on there. Oh,
Charlie Goddard Jr. with the lead in the race, and he is the points leader. He also is from Greenbrier.
car number 66 having some handling problems. Almost lost it a couple of times there. And that is Junior Henson. He is going. Well, he saved it. Charlie Goddard, he's leading. He's a points leader as well, and beginning to pull out at a half a straightaway.
Junior Henson in that 66 car is running second. David Bush, car number 11, is third. One of the cars got into the wall down here. Got a bumper hanging and dragging, so he'll probably have to head to the infield.
Some fireworks, sparklers.
There he is. That's the 85 car of Jeff Ivy. And Jeff is out of the race into the infield in that 85 car. Meanwhile, on the track, meanwhile back at the ranch, the Taxicab race goes on.
Goddard looks like he's got things pretty well under control right now.
Charlie Goddard Jr., the leader. And in the infield, the 85 car, as we pointed out, of Jeff Ivy, he's out of the race. There's David Bush, car number 11. He's running second now in the race as he just made a move it up to second place. Charlie Goddard Jr. is the leader. David Bush running second in car number 11.
If my memory serves me right, Charlie Goddard won this division last year. A lot of contact out there. 66, 64, 3. Getting together.
Yeah, real battle going on back in the pack. they're trading some. Is that what trading paint? I believe.
Trading paint.
Yeah.
A little more than that occasionally.
A little orange and white paint, a little blue paint, yellow paint.
Junior Henson in 66.
3 wide heading into turn 1. And as Harold said earlier, it's hard to get that to work, but they're managing to do it here in this Taxicab division. Look at that battle. That's Kenny Vitato in the 64 car spinning out right there in turn number 4, and the caution flag is going to come out as coming on down the front straightaway was car 66, and I don't know if they're going to rule that he was involved in that spin out as well or not. That's Junior Henson in the 66 car.
As I say, that was an accident that was waiting to happen because they had been banging it for several laps.
Kenny Vitato, I think, is going to be awarded his position back. I'm not sure what the move will be. If that's the case, the 66 car is going to the rear, and that's what they're telling him right now. Junior Henson is going to be sent to the rear of the pack, and he may head into the infield. He looks like got a lot of smoke coming out from under his car. We'll see what he's going to do. Well, he's going to stay on the track. Okay, he'll stay in the race apparently. So there. Let's see if we can get back up front now and pick up your leader again. Charles Goddard Jr. in the 13 car. David Bush, car number 11.
Number 64 is
Kenny Vitato in the 64 car. And then the rest of the field. 17 is Tom Farrell. I see his car is still out there. All right, there we go. Well, another spin out just as we get started. This time it's the number 4 car spinning out. In the number 4 car, Lee Andrews. And Lee's going to turn it around.
We have another one over in the middle of turn 3 and 4 that spun out too.
Yeah, way back over there. And
I tell you what, I found that Charlie Goddard, his secret is just to get the pole, stay out front, because this is one division that you want to be out front.
Yeah, you don't want to be back there
Right,
where all these spin outs and all these accidents are happening. That's for sure.
So we've completed about 12 laps at this point. Car number 4 coming into the infield. That's Lynn Andrews.
Yeah, that's one of the cars that spun. The other car that spun out, I think, was the number 12 car. And I was checking my sheet. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's Chris Cheeves in the number 12 car that also spun out. All right, we're ready to go again. Marvin Bush slipping up on the outside over there as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. And there comes the green flag. Marvin made a great move on the outside in the number 42 car. So Marvin has eased his way up there.
Bush is putting the pressure on Goddard now.
And we got another spin out over there out of turn 2. Look out. Whoa. Barnes, I think that's Daniel Barnes spinning out over there in turn number 2. And we've got another caution flag. Keep an eye, if you can, on 42 as we get ready to start this race. That is Marvin Bush from Springfield, and Marvin is a real expert at restarts. There he is in that blue 42 car right in front of car 3 over on the back straightaway. We'll get a shot of him here in a minute. But Marvin made a good move there on the restart a moment ago, made about 3 car lengths up on the restart. Marvin can get by on the outside, and there he is. Talked to Marvin just a few days ago. And Marvin was really excited about this car that he's driving tonight. And he was telling me about it. Told me that he felt like he had a car that he could do some winning in. So
a driver that's good on restarts too will win you some races. That restart is a big part of winning.
And when we get this restart in a minute, we want to keep an eye on Marvin because he manages to get to the outside, and that's legal. You can do that. If you can pass on the outside on a restart, they allow them to do that. So Marvin got by about 3 or 4 cars a moment ago on the restart. Okay, up front, we've got car number 13, Harold. That's the points leader.
Yeah, Charlie Goddard Jr. and David Bush
in second place. Then we've got car 64. That's Kenny Vitato in the 64 car. Then we go to 4th place, car 42, the car we were talking about, Marvin Bush. And then we pick up car number 3. And I still haven't been able to find car 3 on my sheet. But anyway, he is running presently in 5th place in the race. Right now they've got the track blocked over there and got the cars held up for a moment while the wrecker is trying to move the car that spun out a moment ago. So it'll be a good time for us to take a break. We'll be back with the wrap up on this Taxicab feature in just a moment here at Highland Rim Speedway. Well, there's some of the folks in the stands. There's one of the drivers. I can't make out for sure who that is, but he's got a trophy there. So he was a winner in some of the racing tonight here at Highland Rim Speedway.
That's definitely not a second place trophy. That's, that is a
okay,
win.
there's Marvin Bush. Let's watch him now as we get a restart on this race. Marvin Bush. We're still under caution. There he is at car number 42 coming on around.
David Bush was able to get up there and really put some pressure on Goddard there right before that caution. So I think we're going to see a real battle here in the remaining laps of this race.
All right. Now you notice the cars are staying up along the wall, so that's not going to allow
single file restart.
Hardly anybody a chance to do any passing on the outside. But Marvin unable to make a move on him this time. So he stays back in his position as we get the restart. Marvin holds in there at the number 4 or 5 spot. Oh, David Bush has got big trouble on the back straightaway in the number 11 car. He's lost a wheel. Loose wheel heading down the back straightaway. And David Bush up against the wall over there. Caution flag is out again. And there's car number 11, David Bush. There comes the loose wheel.
You picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel.
Caution flag is out as the wheel comes on around the track. And it'll head right on around.
Did Kenny Rogers have a hit on that?
I believe so.
Picked a fine time to leave. And he was a contender.
Yeah, David Bush was running well in the number 11 car until he lost the wheel on the back straightaway. Now, as a result, he's going to have to get towed off of the track by the wrecker that's on its way over there right now. So another break in the action here, Harold, for the Taxicab division. So let's slip in a break for our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment here at Highland Rim Speedway. Oh, there's David Bush, car number 11, riding on the hook back to the infield out of the race here in the Taxicab division. Meanwhile, we're getting ready for the green flag to come out again. There's your leader, the points leader in this division. That's Charles Goddard Jr. And Kenny Vitato in the car 64 in second place right behind him. And we're ready to go. Coming around for the green flag and a restart. There's Marvin Bush. Marvin stays tucked in there in the 4th or 5th position as the green flag comes back out. And Charles Goddard is out in the front, and that's where he wants to be. As Harold pointed out earlier, this is the kind of race where you want to be out front and hope nothing happens in front of you to get you in trouble. Hoping all of the problems happen behind you. And so far, that's been the case. 2 cars side by side against each other, heading into turns 1 and 2. And there is a spin out over there. That is Junior Henson in the 66 car. And the other car involved, I think, over there was car 19. And that is Eric Salms. We'll have to see what they end up ruling on that.
Henson was able to keep it going. He's coming back around. Although he is stopping here.
He wants to talk with one of the track officials. They wave him on by. So he comes on around.
A little bumping going on. I think I've been a little complaint there. I'm not sure.
One more lap under caution. We'll get the green flag to come out again.
Of course, I think if you filed a complaint every time you bumped in this division, you haven't been nobody left.
I think it'll be green, white, and checkered here as we have the wrap up on this Taxicab division coming up. We'll get the green flag to restart it. They'll take a lap under green. We'll get the white flag, which will mean one more lap, and then the checkered flag for the win.
So that would be a checkered cab, then, wouldn't it? That would be a checkered cab, then, wouldn't it?
I guess that would be it. The checkered cab to win. but they're not going to get the green flag yet. Apparently there's a problem with the lineup. Looks like they're going to have to make a change in the lineup. Track officials are getting down on the track, checking the lineup of the cars.
I think maybe Henson didn't like he wanted to go to his position here. Not sure where he's supposed to be, but
I think he might be at the back of the pack,
but he don't want to be. I think that's the problem.
All right, here's your leader, Charles Goddard Jr., and he'll get the green flag out of turn 4. There we go. We're off and racing again with the green flag out. Now, if we get this lap in under green, it'll be a race regardless of what happens on the next lap, because you won't have a caution after the white comes out, and there it is. The white flag is flying, so the white is out, and Charles Goddard Jr. is going for the win in car 13. Kenny Vitato in car 64 is right there battling with him. And Kenny Vitato is going to be spun out over there in turn number 4, and the winner will be Charles Goddard Jr. Well, Tony Downing eased on up there and got a pretty good finish in car 7.
He's coming across the line here.
All right, coming across the
Vitato.
finish line backward was car number 64, Kenny Vitato. He spun out on turn 4 and had to back across the finish line, but he did get a finish.
That's illegal.
And down in victory lane, Charles Goddard Jr. couldn't get his car stopped in victory lane, so he may want to turn it around and come back. I don't know what he's going to do here. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He says the other side of my car looks a little better, so I want to turn it around and let the folks see the other side of the car. Well, I don't know.
Or he may be going to do the Alan Kawicki Polish victory lap. Alan Kawicki used to do.
Right now he's practicing for parallel parking. I think. Okay, he's pulled up, and now he decides to go on around the track. That sounds like a good idea.
Keep a meter running here.
Good. That's right. May not have reverse on the car anymore. I don't know. Let's see if his brakes will work as he comes on around, heading to victory lane. This is your points leader in the Taxicab division, and of course the winner of the Taxicab feature here tonight. And we're going to go to victory lane and get our victory lane interview with the winner of the Taxicab feature tonight, car number 13, Charles Goddard Jr. There he is in victory lane.
Buck, another wild race in the Taxicab division, and he didn't get tore out of the car tonight. He got out on his own. Charlie Goddard, another win.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, car running all right. You was getting banged on, doing a little banging, but you seemed to get the job done.
Yeah, it's running perfect. My brakes went out, but I didn't use them hardly.
All right. Well, Charlie Goddard don't have much to say, but he's right. He didn't have to use his brakes, and he still got, but I'm not sure any of them did. Back to you, Buck. And a long night in the Taxicab.
Well, another exciting night of racing at Highland Rim Speedway taking place with Charles Goddard Jr. Happy young man. Look at that trophy he's holding in his hand. And Miss Highland Rim Speedway right there beside him. And he says, get my picture right now. The track photographer and 3 or 4 of the track photographers out there getting pictures of Charles Goddard Jr., the winner here tonight in the Taxicab division. Folks, you've been enjoying stock car racing from Highland Rim Speedway in Ridgetop. Racing at the Rim. Be sure and be watching next time when we're back with more excitement from Highland Rim Speedway.